Namaste everyone, welcome to yoga. Okay, so if we're ready, let's hop on the mat. So we're going to come up to the standing, working into a few wide angle movements today, just to come to the final pose of the frog pose today. Okay, so let's come up. So coming up to about the centre of your mat, have your feet about 1 metre apart. So that's generally from your nose to the tip of your fingertips there. Have the toes pointing ahead of you. Now lengthen up tall. Now make sure the tailbone is slightly protruded outwards, chest lifted up. Then very gently from here we are going to start to bend forward. Bring the palms on the floor, just about shoulder width apart. Now very gently with the heels start to open up. Now just holding here, take a few deep breaths. Now try and lean that body slightly forward. Now spread the fingers to the floor. Now push the tailbone up as high as you can. Now make sure the balls of your feet are grounded to the earth, and most importantly make sure heel and toes are in alignment and the toes are pointing directly ahead. Now just take a few moments here and just slightly lean into this posture. Bring the weight of your hips slightly forward, chest lifted up. And very gently now begin to just walk the right hand just to the outside of that left foot and twist. And just coming up into reverse triangle. Now have your palm facing the back wall. Now keep the chest lifted up. Take a few moments here. Now continue to lift up that chest. And very gently breathe in, come back to the centre. Now take a few deep breaths here, ground through the heels. And very gently now bringing the left hand to the outside of the right, twist. Now keep that weight forward, chest lifted, twisting. Fingertips pointing up, palm facing to your back wall. Now holding this for anything between 5 to 10 breaths. Really relaxing into this asana. If you're able to creep that right hand a little bit further away, that's great. And then very gently coming back. Now very slowly opening up the heels just a little bit further more. Now very gently bringing the elbows to the floor. Now bring that weight forward, holding here. Bring the hands just a little bit forward, opening up the elbows there. Now just start to feel that spine open. Push that tailbone up as much as you can. Now keep the toes pointing ahead of you. Now just really leaning into this asana. So we're really working into that wide angle movements, which will really help to work to the frog asana. Hold it there. Open up the heels just a little bit more. Put it forward, lengthening into that spine. Put the hands away. And then just gently lower the head down as far as you can go. Take a few moments there. Now very gently bring the hands back to the outside. Now very slowly walk your feet back in. your way back up. Really good. Well done. Now coming round to the side, coming to the floor. Now let's open up into Muladhara. So bring your knees to about mat width apart. If you can go a little bit wider here, please do. Just take a few moments, hold it there. Now very slowly walk your hands a little bit further forward. Opening up the hands, hold it there. Now just very slowly coming a little bit further forward with the fingertips. Lengthen the back of the neck. And then just really easing the chest down as much as you can. Really good. Now bring the forehead to the floor. Now continue to observe that breath. Lengthen the fingertips just a little bit further away. Again, holding this for anything between 5 to 10 breaths. If you can go a little bit further, please do. Just feel that chest coming a little bit closer to the floor. Really good. Now walk your way back up. Brilliant. Bring the knees together and then gently lifting up. Okay, really good. Now gaze ahead of you. Take a deep breath in here. Now very gently uncurl the body. Take a few moments and then just hold into this position. Now very gently breathe in, lower back down. And again breathing out. Breathing in, really good. Now we're going to come up, opening up the feet to again mat width. Now from here we're going to dip straight down into Muladhara. Perfect, hold it right there. Now first of all bring the elbows to the inside of the knees, chest up. Now just take a few moments, gaze down to the edge of your mat. Now take a few moments, hold it there, grounding through the soles of your feet. And try and keep that body slightly leaning forward. Tailbone to the ground, lengthen up through the back of the neck. Now very gently bring the arms over. Now bring the left knee to the floor. Come back. And now the right knee coming down, coming back up. And again, left. Keep the hands forward. And gently coming over to the right. One more time, either side. Really good. Now coming back into Muladhara. Great way to kind of loosen up to the hips. Now again, keep that chest lifted up. Now gazing ahead. Really good. Now, coming down. Well done, all fours. Really good. Now, we are going to start to open up the knees. Now, what you may experience here, your knees may very slightly come off the mat here. If they do, and they're not uncomfortable, that's fine. If they are, then just put some padding underneath your knees at the back of it. So, opening up. Now, your feet are turned. Okay, to the side, toes are pointing away from you. So here, start from here as much as you can. If you feel you can open up the knees a little bit more, that's really, really good. So you'll start to feel a little dip in the lower back. And we're now going to start to lower the chest all the way down to come into Mukund Asana, which is the frog position. So it requires a little bit of warm up into the wide angle region, so working the inner thigh region, the and the abductors. So take your time. Now from here, if you're able to down, now holding here, taking your time. Now just stay here, take a few deep breaths here. If you need to put a little bit of padding under the knees, you can do, guys. And then you just start to observe that inner thigh movement very gently, walking the arms a bit forward. Now as you do, you'll start to feel that inner thigh movement just a little bit more. And come a little bit further forward, taking that time. You feel the lower back dipping to the ground. Take your time, don't fall. Again, observing that breath. You're going to, again, holding this for anything between 5 and 10 breaths. Very gently walk the hands back up. And now bring the knees back together, holding there. Keep the knees and feet just about hip width apart. Curl the toes in. Now squeeze through the belly. Make sure arms are shoulder width apart, toes curled in. Now very slowly take a deep breath in, lift the knees off the ground just by about an inch, hold it there. And again holding for about 10 breaths, squeeze through the belly. Try and observe that breath. And gently lower down. One more time. Now bring the knees wider into Muladhara, just to about mat width. Really slowly now sit the buttocks all the way back. We're just going to stretch out into the spine. Now lengthen. And gaze down to the floor. And bring the forehead to the floor. Don't cover the nose. Gaze ahead, lift. Bring the right arm across the chest. Bring the left elbow to the floor, right ear to the ground, and look over the left shoulder. Now lift, come back up, bring the right hand back. Now bring the left hand across your chest, bring the shoulder directly between the centre of the legs. Drop the right elbow to the floor, left ear to the ground, and the left palm turned upwards. Buttocks stay in contact with the ground. And very gently release. One more time, lengthen, forehead to the floor. And then walk the hands under the shoulders, lift, and coming up. Okay, we're going to finish off with a spinal twist, coming down to the ground. So make sure feet are central to your head, toes are pointed, arms are here to the shoulder level, chin to the chest, and just relaxing through the belly. Start to take a deep breath in, right knee coming up 90 degrees, left hand coming to the outside, breathe out and guiding that right knee over to the left. Again, holding for about 10 breaths. head central at all times and observing that breath. And squeeze that knee, breathe in, lifting up. Breathe out, lower the right foot to the floor. Now left knee breathing in, coming up 90 degrees. This time, right hand to the outside of the left, guiding that left knee over to the right. Keeping the head central. Now just begin to observe that breath. Now very gently squeeze the knee, breathing, lifting up, breathe out, lower down. Now very slowly hug the knees to the chest, fingertips surround the knees. Now point the toes, take a deep breath in, breathe out, knees come over to the right, look over the left shoulder, squeeze the knees left, breathe out, knees over to the left, look over the right. And gently coming back up to the centre. Really good. When you're ready, and just slowly ease yourself back up. Okay, well done. Hope you enjoyed that. If you find any of these movements quite difficult and you're unable to do them, then please refrain from doing them. If you have any questions about what we've done today, please don't hesitate to leave me a message. Namaste.